I know what I'm talking about. She did exactly what I thought she was going to do when she took Jimmy out of school.
Will that give you any right to lie to your son?
I'm only fighting fire with fire.
Oh, gee, what are you going to do, bury yourself in bitterness? You know, as the boy's father, you have rights and responsibilities. Or did you forget that?
Yes, I know that I have rights.
And you also have custody.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you mean you guess? As the boy's father, you did get a court order for after the divorce, didn't you?
Not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
There was never a court order because there was never a divorce. Carla and I are still married.
Have an egg roll, Mr. Goldstein. Have a pretzel, have a bagel, have a beer, have a cheer. Rubber ducky, you're the one. When I cook you, you're so much fun. Rubber ducky, I'm probably about you. How long have you been standing there?
Not too long.
Did you sleep well? Huh?
It was okay.
Okay, it was great. You want some coffee or some tea? What'll it be?
None of the above.
Well, come on, you can have whatever you want. Cohen did not forget anything.
Except your husband.
What was that?
Where's the protein mix?
We don't have any.
Well, we had some at the apartment.
I know, we didn't bring it with us, remember?
I mean, you didn't bring it since you didn't need it.
Well, how about some real protein eggs and ham?
Well, I don't want your eggs and ham and bacon and milk and juice and coffee or tea or placemats or anything else.
What do you want? You walked in here with an attitude. Why don't you just get it off your chest?
I just want the stupid protein mix, that's all.
What's the matter with the stupid protein eggs that I slaved over for you?
I'm not hungry.
Russell, I think that maybe you could explain yourself a little bit.
Sounds like an order.
I just want us to be happy. Is that so hard? I mean, why can't we just be happy, Russ? Come on, we got everything here.
Do we?
I don't understand you, Russ. What do you want, huh?
I want what's mine, okay? I have to share my wife. I at least want my own breakfast.
The food is ours.
No. The food is Cohen's. He put it here, he bought it, and I just don't want to eat it.
Oh, I got some waffles. Keep them warm for you in the oven, Gene, if you want some.
Oh, no thanks, Mom.
But you have to have something to eat. You can't go to work do a full day's work on an empty stomach.
No, I'll get lunch at the office.
Oh, just like yesterday, right? You came home late, tired, and hungry.
Mom, would you quit mothering?
Oh, that's what mothers are for. Besides, I know what I'm talking about. Someday you'll thank me.
Yeah, and someday maybe I'll listen. You know, Mom, you're right. Spite didn't help.
Oh, it never does, son. But that's something you have to find out for yourself.
Yeah, now she's got him, and she can do anything she wants, including keeping him out of school.
Oh, no, Gene. She said she had to take him shopping. He needed some new things.
Oh, Mom, Jimmy doesn't need any new things. Carla never changed. She just doesn't care.
Oh, it's only been one day, Gene.
Yeah, and there'll be other days, too, and she knows that she might lose him if she puts him back in school.
Oh, now you're thinking the worst of it.
Mom, I know what I'm talking about. She did exactly what I thought she was going to do when she kidnapped him from school.
Well, that gives you any reason to lie to your son?
I'm only fighting fire with fire.
Gene, are you going to bury yourself with this thing? I mean, you're the boy's father. You have rights and responsibilities. Or did you forget that?
Yes, I know I have rights.
And you also have custody.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, what do you mean you guess? I mean, you're the boy's father. You did get a court order after the divorce. I mean, you do have a court order, now, haven't you?
Not exactly.
Well, what do you mean, not exactly?
Mama! There's not gonna be... I mean, there's not a court order because there was never a divorce. Carla and I are still married.
Still married? But I thought that...
Yes, I know what you thought, Mom, but when I couldn't find her, I just, you know, I dropped the whole thing. So
So she's still your wife. You knew she'd come back.
Yes. I hoped she would, and I waited and waited until I just didn't care anymore.
But she came back and you...
Yeah, but Mama, see, things are different and people change.
What do you mean, different? You mean you stopped divorce proceedings 2 years ago in hopes that she'd come back, and now you're treating her like this because you said you've changed?
Mama, I dropped it because I couldn't find her.
Well, you can find her now, Jean.
You seen the sky outside? It's beautiful.
You've already asked me that twice this morning.
Sorry? Guess it's just that the world seems a lot brighter today. Before, all I could see was a lawsuit threatening me and my family, and a man that seemed intent upon harming us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can see how the Lord was watching over me, trusting me, even in my grief, to do his work. Peter, is something bothering you?
It just doesn't make sense to me, Mom. I can see being happy that Nancy got what she deserved.
Peter, that's
but
not...
Fraser, Mom, the guy who killed Dad and Grandma, he gets off just like that.
No, Peter. He hasn't gotten off. He was a troubled and tormented man. He lived with the guilt every moment he was awake, and he's never going to be able to forget it.
I don't care if he cried night and day, Mom. He was a drunk, a wino.
Peter!
To think how Dad hated even seeing this stuff around. I don't know how you could go talk to him.
That's right. You don't know how. That's the problem.
You should have let the police handle this.
That's enough, Peter.
Somebody's got to speak for Dad.
Do you really think your father'd want to hear you talking like this?
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Peter, if you harbor bitterness like this against Fraser, it's only going to hurt you.
I'll never forgive him for what he did.
Never forgiving someone is like a cancer. It eats away at you until there's nothing left.
Not if you don't let it.
Bitterness never attacks the way we think it will.
Yeah, right.
Peter, look at what is happening to us. Our relationship is starting to suffer because of it.
I can't help the way I feel. I just don't know how you could do it.
Peter, you've lived with me. You've seen what I've been going through. Do you honestly believe it was easy for me to talk to Fraser? Don't you know how much I loved your father?
I'm sorry. I just don't understand.
You're sorry. That's exactly what Fraser meant to say. Peter, forgiveness is something that God wants us to give freely to anyone. We don't have to be bitter and depressed all our lives. Forgiveness sets us free. That's what he gave us, honey, because he loves us.
Yeah. Well, I hear the words, Mom. I just don't understand.
Well, you will. You will.
Well, I'm sorry. You'll just have to talk to your contractors about that. No, Gene isn't here at the moment. Yes, I'll tell him. Goodbye. Now, what can I do for you?
My name is Forrester. Bob Forrester. Health food stores.
Ah, Mr. Forrester, you came to pick up a permit on your new store on Aspen, right?
Among other things. Honey, I'd like to...
There's your permit. And there's the door.
Here. Why don't I leave you one of my cards? You know, I can always use a good, healthy secretary.
Do I have to spell it out for you, Jack?
The name is Bob. I'll be seeing you, honey.
Well, now, Miss Lang. Oh, don't tell me I caught you at a bad time.
No, Mr. Webster.
Oh, Harold, please. call me Harold. Look, why don't we just forget about the last time I was in this office, okay?
Forget it.
Good. Yes, like the song says, what's too painful to remember? Well, anyway, that permit for Hollister Mall, I'm sure Mr. Redline must have finished it up by now.
Yes, here you are.
Well, thank you. I see you're gaining ground where clout's concerned. Look, I really think you ought to reconsider your attitude and join me for lunch. Might be worth your while.
I don't think that will be necessary. Besides, it's only 10 o'clock.
Well, these things take time. Talking about, like, how much less you're getting paid for doing the same job your boss Redline had, and why?
Mr. Webster, I don't see how that's any concern of yours.
Honey, you concern me. You know, girl's got to use what assets she's got to get ahead in life.
I'm sure your view of the world would be too advanced for me, Mr. Webster.
No, Harold, please, Harold.
Hey, well, Harold. Looks like you're always trying to find that little degree in public relations, huh?
Hello, Mr. Redland.
So, do you have your permit and everything?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Miss Lang was just giving it to me. Got it right here.
I see. So then you have everything you need, huh? I mean, I would like to, spend a little time here with Miss Lang. I have a few things I'd like to discuss with her, if you will excuse us.
Oh, yes, of course. I understand. Thank you, Miss Lang. You've been very helpful.
Hey, so you have a bad morning there, lady? Regardless, you know, I really like your hair like that. It really looks nice.
Jean, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Hey, can you spare a moment?
Leon, I'm really busy. Now, I've had a bunch of interruptions today, and I'm finally settling down.
Good. I wouldn't want to destroy your momentum so early in the day.
Okay, so what is it now? You have some locks for the door? Maybe some more fire alarm system or something, man?
Look, no, nothing. Look, I'll catch up with you later, okay?
No, listen, man, I'm sorry. Come on, what is it?
I can wait.
Leon, hey. Come on, man, you look worried. What's up?
Okay, brother. You think I told Carla, don't you?
It seemed to be a distinct possibility.
You know what, man? You got a problem. I mean a real problem. And it has to do with trust.
I wish everyone would stop trying to analyze me. I deal with my problems the best way that I know how.
Well, it don't seem like you know so much when you start suspecting your friends.
All right. I'm sorry that I said it in anger. I didn't think you told Carla.
I understand. Hey, I heard from your mom that Jimmy's with Carla.
Even you didn't think she could lie like that, did you?
You're right. I didn't. But the lady did the only thing she could to see her son again.
Oh. Leon, you have been charmed, man.
That ability of hers to keep from showing the truth should make you wonder, Gene. She could still have some feelings for you.
Leon, I don't think this is any of your business.
Hey, why don't you see her? At least try to talk to her.
And so what difference would it make?
Communication, real communication. You can't lose anything by trying it.
Why are you so interested in this, man?
Well, let's just say that I've made some real good friends. But all I see is a sad lady, a sad man, and a sad kid.
Mind if an old friend joined you?
Hi, Russ. Of course not.
I guess kind of monotonous sitting around by yourself all the time.
So, how's Russ Weaver doing today?
Oh, Russ Weaver's doing fine today.
I don't believe you.
You never did.
Oh, that's not true, and you know it.
Yeah, well, had a terrible morning this morning.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Francis.
Hi, Lori. Russ, how are you?
Great. Things couldn't be better.
Good. How's Becky?
She's reaching for the charts.
Well, that's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure was.
Hey, why don't you sit down and join us? We could talk over old times.
No, I've got to do some cramming. It's nice talking to you.
Bye.
See ya later. Wonder what was on his mind.
Who knows? You know Francis.
Yeah. Guy'll never change.
Let's hope not. There should only be one Francis Miller around. So did your bad morning have anything to do with Becky?
She ever tell you about us moving into this new townhouse?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, well, we moved into this mini mansion yesterday.
Great, I didn't know that.
Yeah, great.
You sound less than thrilled.
Thrilled? You're right. Except for one little thing.
What's that?
It was Becky's talent that moved us there. Not mine.
It sounds like Peter was pretty upset.
No, he was. I just hope he thinks about what I've said.
It isn't easy for him, is it? You know, frankly, a lot of people would find your forgiveness hard to accept, but I understand why you didn't.
It's been such a welcome change to have you over for lunch today, Liz.
Yeah, I guess the cafeteria can get a little bland now and then.
Ah, but variety is the spice of life. No, really, I enjoy your company.
Well, the pleasure's mine. It's nice to sit down and have lunch with the adults once in a while.
Well, how's Jenny doing? I mean, I remember you were telling me the problem you had with Jill and her.
Oh, I don't know what to do about it, Terry. She's beginning to sound exactly like Jill. It's frightening. My daughter is only in elementary school.
Well, have you and Jeff tried talking to Jill about this?
More than once. She just refuses to listen.
Maybe she doesn't know how.
Like just the other day, I went into the living room and sat down, and I'm almost certain that I smelled cigarette smoke. And I told her distinctly not to smoke inside the house.
You know, it seems a little odd that she's not more appreciative of you.
I just don't understand it. I was raised to have nothing but the utmost respect for anyone who tried to help me.
What do you know about Jill's family?
Well, they're from Fort Wayne. Her father died when she was 13.
What about her mother?
Another sad story. She's tried calling her, but her mother won't accept the calls.
You mean her own mother doesn't even care? Poor kid.
She's been hitchhiking around the country since she was 16.
You know, it seems like she hasn't had any chance for a real childhood.
I know. But I'm at a loss as to what to do.
Well, maybe we can find a way to reach her together. I'd like to spend some time with her.
Oh, I'd be so thankful.
I think Jill wants to come out of her shell, Liz. I think that this tough girl image is just something she hides behind.
Well, maybe so. I appreciate your concern. Speaking of tough girls, how's your sister?
Well, it looks like she's going to be out of Mother's house soon. Very soon.
Charles, you're back.
In one piece and a lot richer, too.
Wonderful.
Well, I certainly thought so, but you seem surprisingly gloomy. What's the matter, Nancy?
Paul Revere was here waving his warning flags.
You mean Webster?
Yeah. One if by Terry, two if by Mitch.
About your mother's will again.
Apparently, they've showed Webster some copy of a will which is valid and leaves me out of it.
Are you serious?
Very.
Well, they could force you to leave this house at the very least.
Charles, look, you're starting to sound like Webster.
Nancy, I'm simply reacting to what you said.
Well, don't confuse me.
Well, I'd never do that. How soon do you expect to hear from him?
I don't know. It could be any time. Today, tomorrow.
Well, I guess I better get my bags together then.
What?
Well, you certainly don't expect me to sit here and face a possible scandal and not protect myself, especially since I'm really nothing more than a house guest.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I'm very glad I've got a room at the King's Arms.
You're gonna leave me here?
Nancy, whether you stay or go is your decision. I can't make that for you.
But are you asking me to come with you?
No, Nancy. I'm telling you I'm not staying.
Becky, you home?
Dear Russ, Cohen called and said he needed me in New York right away for pre-publicity. Sorry for the surprise disappearance. I may be back tomorrow. Things will be back to normal before you know it. Love, Becky.